right.
Hey, hopefully we'll get some of those people to come over from Instagram now.
Yep. All right. We are going live. It's still setting stuff up, but we're there.
We're live. You know that. That's how it
Yes,
is.
I do know that. Yep.
Anyway, hello, everybody. Thanks
Welcome.
for being.
Make sure the sound is off on YouTube so I don't get confused. Oh, no, there we go. Mute that. Okay. All right. Now I can see the chat when it pops up.
Good, good.
My chat.
Okay, if you're here, let us know.
There's no live chat showing up. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days, I think, where everything goes wrong. So I can't see chat. So it's not there, but we're still streaming live. So hopefully it'll pop up by the time we're done.
Right.
People. So if you're leaving comments and I'm not responding to them, it's because it's not showing up for me.
Or for me.
You guys can see through Instagram too, to let me know if you're seeing the chat or not. Let me go to us live on my phone and see if the chat shows up there.
Okay.
And then I can look at it there if it's there.
Oh, yeah, neat.
So hi guys, welcome. Welcome to our monthly issue with my computer.
Right.
Doesn't it?
Oh,
jeez.
Oh,
there's my chat. Okay, hold on. It's right there. Change it to live. Okay, it finally showed up on my computer. So if you're here, say hello and let us know.
Oh,
because I tell you what.
Does it show?
They got Christiana's here, Lena's here, Jill's here. Hi guys.
Hi guys. Well, let's start our regular opening.
Yeah. So welcome to Hurley's Hand Dyed Podcast. I am Amber from Amber's Craft Place on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook, and I'm Tumblr Insanity on TikTok.
And welcome to Hurley's Hand Dyed Technical Issues. And I'm Donna from Crystal Skies Hand Dyed on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook. And we're so glad to have any of you here. We know it's a Memorial Day weekend, and many of you, many people are out enjoying the weather. We have beautiful weather here, and it's supposed to be beautiful all weekend long. In fact, it's going to be in the 70s today, and the highest is going to be Monday, which will be like 82. So it's not really a really hot weekend either. So do you remember when Mike's dad and mom, Mike Houghton's dad and mom were still alive? On Memorial Day weekend, they would go about 4 days earlier, like on Tuesday of this last week, and drive their camper up to their camping spot, so that, because that's how busy it gets, on these weekends, so that they would have it up there. And then his mom would just stay up there for the 4 days until, So
I don't remember that. No.
Oh, you don't? Yeah. I had Amber, Christy and I shared a house, so I knew all that what was going on. But I never went camping with them. When I was young, we went camping a lot, and I am just not a camper, you guys. I love to go to the great outdoors and just sit there, but I don't like all the little creatures like wasp and yellow jacket.
You mean critters?
Creatures.
What's a creature?
Creatures, yeah, that are around. So I'm not a good camper. My idea of a fun camping is to have a drive camper that you can sit inside and play cards if you want to, and go out when you want to, and just enjoy it. But yes, and we are having terrible allergies this weekend.
The cottonwood is shedding.
Yeah, I am using Pat-A-Day. Used to be an prescription only, and they've just released it for over the counter. So I've been using Pat-A-Day drops for my eye. You get like a half an ounce for $25. But I've been using that, and then I've been using the Zantac, and I don't know if either of them are doing any good, but you don't know because you're using them. So would I be worse if I wasn't? I don't know. But yeah. And we've had wind. So of course, actually today there's just a very slight wind, but we have been having a terrible wind too. So that makes everything in the air. It's like,
Jill said she may not get to stay if she has to go help mow the lawn, but she'll let us know. And you guys, if you keep me messing with my eyebrow. Look, it looks so weird today. I must have slept weird. Like this is normal and this one is funky. Like it's like doing its own thing. So if I keep messing with it, I'm trying to get it to go straight because it's bothering me. I'm sorry.
Oh,
She doesn't like them creatures either.
yep, that's right. Yeah, I'm not a bug person, And
Yeah.
yeah, there are people out there, Christy, your older sister, she loves bugs. And I
I
mean,
don't think she loves bugs.
well, I meant she's not afraid of any bugs.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I didn't install my fear of bees and yellow jackets.
Instill, you mean?
Install in you kids,
Inst
in any of you kids, because you know me, I have been since I was a little girl, scared to death of
Well,
them.
I don't like bugs either, but now being a teacher, I have to be the adult in the room.
Well, yeah, true,
I
yep.
mean, I had a student with a bee on his back. I
Oh,
walked outside with him calmly. I put my hand next to it, had it walk on my finger, and then blew it into the wind because I had to be the adult in that situation.
wow. Well, I did. I told you about the jumping spider thing that I actually
Mhm.
put a glass over it, slid it, and took it outside. I mean,
Mhm.
spiders don't really bother me that much. I mean, yeah, they're a creature and I don't want them crawling on me. But bees and yellow jackets, especially now, bees aren't as bad because bees aren't aggressive, but yellow jackets and wasps, they will actually start a fight with you. I mean, they actually are aggressive.
They're aggressive, yeah. And they can sting you more than once because their stingers don't fall out. Like
Right. So,
a bee does its job and it unless it feels threatened, it
right.
won't. Are we gonna have a cat fight in here?
Because it gives up its life, a honeybee for you. If
Did you
it's
just hear Katya growl, by the way?
no,
She's on
not
the table behind me because I have the window open and Molly just peeked her head up to look at her like, excuse me, what are you doing at my window?
well,
And
I
then
have my cats.
I thought maybe you guys would hear it, but
Coco is up here on my I'm in my spare this is my spare room, you guys. And I have a
stop.
single mattress
Hey,
against
hey.
the wall. And she's up there just spread out, hanging
Oh.
halfway over the end. But I think she's asleep. So it's funny, how cats can sleep and just be hanging over, but
Mm-hmm.
not fear falling. So anyway, but
Bree just said being the adult is overrated. Yeah, it is. But when you're surrounded by fifth graders, you have to be the adult.
do you remember? Well, your dad, and I don't know if you remember this, was scared to death of spiders. So I couldn't call him in if there was a spider in the tub or something. I had to smash it myself. I told you the story of my girlfriend and spiders. What are you looking at?
I'm about to have a cat fight. Sorry.
Oh,
Um,
just fine.
Katya was right here and Molly was right here. Molly just jumped up and was staring at her and she was growling. I thought she was gonna hiss and they were gonna attack each other.
That's
Sorry, I got distracted, but we're good now.
so.
Katya left. Molly's just in here.
Ooh, that's a big bird. Okay. Anyway, um,
Anyway, what were you saying?
okay. Now we go into about our shops, or do we
Well, we
go
talk about our weeks.
our
You
weeks?
talked about the weather.
We've had 3 weeks.
We have. We didn't do it last weekend because we didn't really have much to talk about.
Right.
And last week was my last week with students. Thursday we had a half day and it was bittersweet. My first year as a teacher is over.
Yes. Yes. Did
So
anybody bring you any little presents, or was that just on Teachers Week the week before? Oh, you did get some presents?
got a
Aw,
candy bar. I got a little plaque that said something really nice about teachers, and she wrote me a little nice note on the back. I got a bottle of soda, a nice note from one of my students she's just one of those students. She's a sweet girl, but she likes to be tough. But she loves me. So she wrote me a nice note. I'm gonna shut my door because Dave just got back.
okay.
Sorry, he was out doing stuff for the sprinklers. He's working on the sprinkler system today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And gone, so he just got back. But yeah, so I mean, I got some nice stuff. I got some nice comments from students asking me if they can come visit me next year.
Oh,
And
nice.
of course, you'll still be in the same school. Yeah, but you won't be your teacher. Like, it's okay. You can still come see me. I'm not gonna be mean.
Right.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's about it for my week.
My week has been same as always. I've been dyeing yarn. I sent out the mini skein club, went out. So now it's open for the next month for June. And I hope you all liked it. I think everybody except my foreign people have received theirs. So I hope you all like it. And
Oh yeah, and I sent out my first pen month club.
yeah, but we'll talk about that when I
Oh,
show
when
my
you show yours. Okay.
right. So yeah, Amber went above and beyond. It's really a pretty one.
I know, I don't know if I can
Well, I'm going to show it now anyway. I got this
okay.
in the mail. This is in the mail. This is the Amber's pin cup. Can you see? Can they see
Put
that?
it up a
I
little
must,
bit higher, a little
I must
closer.
have got one of the light ones. Did I?
Yeah, yours is kind well, yours is a mix of light and dark.
Okay. And then I had my name put on it.
And
Oh,
it's a filigree with a wood grain.
right. And I already put the turquoise filler in it.
Thinking?
Oh, let me
Awesome.
tell you my story about my turquoise filler.
Oh no.
Amber, I got two fillers when Amber sent me this
Refills.
refills, and she sent me two different turquoises because I asked for that. That's what I do all my labels with. Well, I took this one out, the black one, and I put a turquoise in, and then in the box you sent me, I put the two refills. I sat them up on in where I know where they are. The other day I thought, oh, I'm going to see what the other refill is because you said they were two different colored
They're
turquoise.
two different color turquoises.
Well, somehow somebody ate one of the refills because it's gone. So all I just did is fill out the slide, the hole. You know that hole you have in it
Oh, in the box?
box. When I
Oh,
so I've kind of been looking, but if it hit the floor, that means it went to no man's land because
yeah.
sure Coco found it if it hit the floor.
That's
So
what my refills are all in a box that has like the pop things on the side, like a plastic one.
right,
I know my cats eat everything.
yeah. So anyway, that's that. Okay, but
Oh,
yeah.
also,
Anyway, if you're not in her pen club, and if you've never been in a pen club, it's $12 to $13 a month, depending on if you want your name on it.
mhm.
And so and they're well worth it. They're gel pens, enjoy gel pens, and they write so smooth.
They do write so smooth.
Love it. Yeah. So of course I will probably be in it forever because
Mhm.
you can always use a pen and they're
Yes.
very comfortable. They're almost ergonomic
Ergonomic.
because they're a little fatter than the normal pen. So you don't, unless you hold it way up here, like I suppose some people do,
Some
you're
people do.
holding it on a thicker thing. So you don't have to put as much pressure. But I like it. I love it. Yeah.
And the ink does seem to last for a long time because I was using one almost all school year.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
and I didn't use all the ink. So it does
Yeah.
last quite a while. And I do have the refills too if you need them. I haven't posted them to purchase on my shop. I probably should. I should go through all my other colors too and see if people want to buy those refills.
Or you can just on your, oh no. Well, you'd have to put two more listing things you could put. Pen with refill, pen with name and refill.
Hmm. Well, no, but I'm just thinking if they want to pick their colors too.
Oh, yeah, because you have
I
colors.
have that whole box full of colored ink refills.
Yeah.
That because I figure yellow pens come with yellow refills, but I don't think you guys want to buy yellow ink.
I know. Have you tried to write with it yet?
No, but
Yeah.
it looks really light.
Oh, and just for your knowledge, everybody, if you got a pen from Amber, I didn't know this until I was at Amber's house. They come with a little stopper on the end. And I tried to write, and you have to pop the stopper off. And then you can write. And I thought, oh, I got a dull one. I mean, a dud, but I didn't.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a little piece of hot glue basically on the tip right here.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess it keeps the ink from running when it's being shipped.
And it keeps the gel from drying out too.
Oh, yeah, I never thought of that. Anyway, so that's her pen club.
Mhm.
And she,
Jill got to have her vacation last week, by the way. She got her packages and haven't even opened them yet.
woo!
So she hadn't seen her pen yet.
What?
If she hasn't opened her packages, she hasn't seen her pens yet.
I'm sorry, Jill.
It's okay. I posted them on Instagram this morning because I thought everyone had opened them by now too. So
Yeah.
last month's was because there's only 2 days left to sign up for June's.
And for my
I'm doing
Wizard
June
and
too.
Witches Club, there's only 2 days to sign up too. So
Mhm.
if you're one of my regulars, you might want to get in because if you've been with me from day one on this club, there's always a little extra thing in the 8th month. So
Mhm.
Anyway, okay. So now whips, finished objects. What should we do?
Yeah. Really quickly, Jill said it would be fun to have different refill colors. So I will look into getting those added to my shop because I have to figure out what color is each.
What color you've got? Yeah. So
But someone wrote down all the codes and put the color next to it. So they have little codes on the tube that are really tiny. So I have to look and see which code is what to figure out
magnifying glass.
color. What?
Pull out your magnifying glass.
No, I have good eyes. Oh, you opened your pen club, but not your special order. Okay, good. So she's seen it. Good.
Okay, good. Yeah. So will we see those Sunday on your Sippin' Sunday, Jill?
Oh, Christiana said I should do a color swatch of the inks. But then I have to take the rubber off the end.
Yeah, and you can't get them back on. I mean, I tried because I was gonna when I took my black one out and put I tried to get that. Yeah, so you can't get.
Maybe I should just take a picture of all the different colors and write like the inks together and put the name above them, and then we'll give you an idea of at least what they look like in the tube. But it's hard to know what they look like, right? Like,
yeah.
So because I don't want to send one that's already been written with.
Right. You want to keep
I want to send you with something new, not something used.
Right.
Do that to make us so you can see them. But okay, so whips. I don't have any.
Do we do whips or finish objects first?
We usually do whips first.
I have a whip. Nothing big, nothing gigantic. Just something that I do while I'm sitting and watching television, or when I'm sitting in between my dyeing. So I've started a scarf. It's going to be a really long scarf. And it's done with my J Furls hook.
Ooh.
This is the first time I'm in it, but boy, my hand doesn't hurt at all after. And I bought these comfy cotton blends, if you guys remember, about 6 months ago. I bought every color they had just because it's cotton, and it's like 50% cotton. What is it? 50 cotton, 50 polyester, and it's a 200 gram. So it'll make a very long scarf, and I'm even going to put fringes on the bottom of this one. That's my work in progress. Then my whips, well, my work in progress is still kind of that blanket or that coverlet I'm making. I've got all the panels done, you guys. Now I'm just going to have to whip stitch them all together. So maybe in 2 weeks, I'll be able to show you that. But it should be pretty. It took a lot of yarn. It took 21 skeins of yarn.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank goodness I have them. And since you don't have any finished objects.
Hold on really quickly. I'm going to catch up on comments for us.
Okay.
Jill said, sure, I can show them. She has one video done, but it's not out yet. Christiana said, or as a pen addict, someone like me could order each color and swatch them for you. I'd be okay with that. I only charge $1 for refills.
Yeah, $1 each.
And Christiana also said, that looks like some comfy cotton. Is it really soft, Mom?
Yes, it's very soft, and it is called comfy cotton.
Well, Lion Brand does do good stuff.
It's really funny about it because before I started dyeing that zebra yarn, I didn't realize this is like a zebra yarn. It has can you see that?
No, because you're not in front of your camera. There you go.
See that? It goes from the zebra look to the plain look, and then it goes back to the zebra. And in the pattern itself, you can't really see the zebra striping.
No, but you can see the color changes.
Yeah, it's in the pink. So yeah. So me, I may be making these for my visiting teachers or my partner. I don't know. I may take them apart, you guys, and start making. After I was halfway through that last night, I thought, I should take these up. I should be making baby blankets with these because I've got 2 married granddaughters, and the third one is going to be married in.
You've got 3 married granddaughters.
Well, I meant 2 that
just got married.
Just got married, and then another Marche's getting married September 4th, I think. So eventually those sets of 3 will have children. So if I could make these up and even if it's 5 years from now, at least have them done, because in 5 years from now, I may not be able to crochet anymore. You never know about your
fingers. But maybe with using the furls, you'll get to crochet longer.
True.
Save your hands.
Yeah. So yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yes, that would. So.
And yes, I don't have any finished objects either. Do you?
my little tiny, I started this so long ago that I don't remember the color of the yarn, but it is my colorway. It is me from me. And it's a scarf. Do you guys remember this? But it goes from
Oh,
dark
yeah.
to a little bit lighter. Can you tell the difference here?
Not, it's really hard in this light. A little bit of a difference, but not a huge difference.
The different ones lighter, the ones dark.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's just how when you dye your, I mean, I can really tell the difference. Can you now?
Yeah,
This is darker,
I
this is
can.
lighter.
Mhm.
And that's all from one skein, and I dyed it in a pan, not in a pot. So
Mhm.
I don't know why one side is lighter and one
It's
side.
probably the outside of the skein versus the inside of the skein. I don't know though.
No, because then that would just keep changing that color. It's like half of it.
No, because the outside is the skein. The outside is all together, and the inside of the skein is different.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
And when, but I twist and lay in. Yeah, I don't know. It's like
I don't
funny.
know.
But yeah, I've never really noticed that because I don't use my yarn that much. You guys all know I'll make something, I take it out and I do it again. That's just how I
Yeah.
am, just to keep going. But the comfy cotton, I think I have like 14 skeins of it. I bought every color they had.
Wow.
It's so it's so soft. It's just a nice feeling. But anyway, that's all I have in my WIP
Okay.
and my FOs.
And your FOs. Jill said she got more furls and she's gonna have a video soon.
Oh, neat, neat.
And she loves that. Your finished object.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's just, it's not real big. I don't know. I'm sure it's one skein, but you know, it's not that big.
Yeah, it's a short scarf. That's okay. Well, one skein doesn't make a long scarf, really.
Well, I used, the thing is, it's a 4, but I used a G on it. So I used a
Oh.
smaller hook. So it's closer together than this other one that I'm making it with a J hook, which is
Mhm.
bigger.
So it's probably thicker and warmer because it's thick.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's short enough that I don't have to, if I don't, I can just put it around my neck and cross it and then put it down my front and then
Mhm.
button my jacket up so it keeps it warm in here. I mean, you know, anyway, that's
Mhm.
me and my scarves. I was going
Yeah.
to try and do that pretty that shell stitch on it that I learned, but
Mhm.
I was watching I was watching my Agatha Christie movies on
And you got
TV.
confused.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know how I am. I
Mhm.
and if they start yelling out numbers and stuff, I see it happened at 4 p.m. on the 23rd of the month. I'm
You
going,
lose your count.
I lose my confidence. So I've got last night I took 2 rows out because I thought I do 10 rows of 10 stitches and all of a sudden I was having 9. So somewhere I didn't go in the end right. So yeah, so
I hate when that happens.
you can. Well, it's awful with knitting, but at least crocheting, you don't, you know, you just lose 1 row or 2 rows. So
Yeah, like it's easier to take out crocheting rows too if you need to.
yes, yes, they don't stick like
Hard to pick those stitches back up sometimes, especially if you had like knit purl to get the things in the right direction, the holes in the right.
right. Yeah, yeah.
I
So
always get confused if I've dropped a knit purl and have to pick it back up.
yeah. See, and you
But
can't with crocheting, you can't drop a stitch, but you can not
you can
go in.
miss a hole.
You can miss a hole, and then when you come back, that's how you lose a stitch. But I think I lost the stitch at the end. I didn't go in that extra little hole. And let me tell you, the only drawback, and I've heard people say, furls is really smooth.
Mm,
So it's a little
so you can
harder
slide
to
out.
shove it. No, to shove it in
Oh.
that last little hole because you know that's your end
Oh.
hole. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I was going like this, sticking it here and pulling it, get it through. And you'd think with a
That's
J
funny.
hook, I have plenty, but I've always been a tight crocheter. I crochet tight. So anyway,
You
but
do. That's what I learned
yes,
from
so
you
that's right.
because of the way we hold our crochet hook in our yarn.
I saw somebody hold a crochet hook really weird. You know, we hold it like this. Tristan holds it like this, but it was,
Mhm.
oh, it
I
was,
saw a video of someone who was crocheting one-handed, who had the yarn on this hand as well as the crochet hook. And I was like, the heck? Like
that's
super
what I
fast.
I saw in the Agatha Christie movies, Miss
Mhm.
Marple. knits, and she
Mhm.
was knitting, and she did it completely different. She somehow was okay. I'm right-handed, so you over this one and pull off, over this one and pull off. Well, somehow she had the yarn. It was almost like she had both hooks in this hand and was yarning it. Yeah, it was weird. And I'm going, how is
That
she?
is weird.
And she was just
Hmm.
doing, I mean, she might not even know how to knit. I mean, this is a movie because every
Right.
time she's just doing like a square, knitting with a square. So,
Well, and like I knit different than you learned to knit. I don't throw, I do continental.
yeah, see, and I'm a thrower
I like
because
wrap it around that way. So
right,
that
and I'm a thrower on crochet too. There's a different, I've seen people
Mhm.
wind the yarn through their fingers. And
To keep the tension.
yeah, and
Mhm.
I would be so confused. Yeah.
Well,
So,
and I wind it through with the knitting to hold it on this finger. It's like wrap kind of wind around to keep the tension while I'm pulling through.
oh, yeah, yeah. So,
You
yeah.
should see me purl continental. I have my finger like this. Like I have the yarn here and wrapped over my finger and I have it this way so I can scoop it through and scoop it back. And to do it faster.
Whatever
My
works.
fingers hurt by the end of purling a lot, but it works.
Yeah. Whatever works. So,
I mean, we got to do what we got to do.
okay.
I've been really sore lately. I'm actually going to see the doctor next week about my hand. You know, how I got that key through when I was 16 and you yanked it out. Um,
That wasn't me.
you yanked the key out of my hand.
I don't remember that.
Yep, you yanked it out, but I have my little scar, which you can't. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's my marker because I was working downstairs. I have a little scar in the middle of my hand. So I fell down.
We had
Key through my
kittens, and she
I
went
tripped on a cat.
and she tripped on a kitten going down, and the key, she had her keys in her hand for her car, and it went
Mhm.
right in. And of course, being a mother, you don't think, and I just pulled it out. So
Mhm.
very lucky that it didn't start squirting blood. They said the doctor
Mhm.
said she was lucky she didn't hit a blood vein. And
But
they,
I think now, as I'm older, I might have hit a nerve. Um,
yeah,
I actually have, I think, nerve damage in this finger right here. So I'm actually seeing a specialist next week for it, to see if it's something they can fix or if it's something I just have to deal with. Because, like when you slam your finger in a drawer, it hurts. When I slam that finger in a drawer, it hurts for hours. And it's always tender now. Like it's just, I can feel it. And it's not um, not retinopathy, that's your eyes. It's not
tunnel.
neuropathy because I have, I'm diabetic slash pre-diabetic. It's not neuropathy from diabetes. Um,
No, because we had it for a while. Yeah.
but I also feel it in my wrist now too, some of the pain.
Oh, and yes, that's probably
And
it goes.
we're gonna see what happens, see if they just tell me to wear a brace or
Yeah,
what.
embrace,
If
when
it's nerve damage, they may be able to correct it.
yeah,
Maybe stuck with it.
yeah. Well, I wore a brace for 20 some years, and then I just quit wearing it because I was getting the same,
The pain no matter what.
yeah, numb at night. So now I've I can sleep on the side of the bed. I can sleep with my arm hanging over, which I never thought I'd be able to, but I can
You're not
now.
afraid the boogeyman's gonna grab it while you sleep?
Sure, I've had that thought that what if somebody's under, even if I was in a half sleep and I felt like I felt somebody under there, I'd probably have a heart attack because, yeah, because I have rolled over in that half sleep before and swear I saw somebody standing there, but then they're
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Hey, it happened again in the house. I woke up
What
2
did?
nights ago and my
Mhm.
kitchen light was on.
But your things are like those rocker ones that it's possible maybe you didn't push the button
I
down.
know. So I've
Hide
been trying to
ones.
remember to really push the button, and then I'm going, now I'm really pushing the button. So if I wake up in the middle of the night and my light is on, I know somebody's visiting me.
Someone pushed it on for you.
Yeah.
Really going to catch up on some comments for us. Christiana said it's so nice listening to you live while I work on a new sock recipe. So calming to focus. Awesome. Jill has to watch her grip with that little finger too. It gets pretty sore. Chris, YTFP Chris is here. Hi, Chris. And she'll be right back. And also says nerve damage is not fun. I have neuropathy in my arms and legs from my autoimmune. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's a wonder you can still knit, Christiana, and you knit fairly well. I mean, I've seen the socks you've made.
Right. I've worn the socks she's made.
Yeah, pretty nice. So that's That's awesome. I'm actually wearing hand knit socks today for the first time in months.
I don't even have socks on. I haven't had socks on in days because,
Well, I went to work downstairs and I didn't want to put shoes on.
oh yeah, because you're on cement
And
now.
it gets cold, so I put my socks on. But
Right.
anyway, um,
Are we ready to do what's in our shop?
maybe. But do you think I should tell them that thing I told you about what we're thinking about doing? Do you think they'll be excited?
Probably, and maybe somebody knows somebody that did it.
Yeah. So cryptic. So Dave and I are actually looking into teaching in China, which I'm excited about. If not if not next school year, the year after, depending on what happens. But yeah, so Dave's looking at teaching music there, and I'm looking at teaching English there. Because right now, I can't teach in the regular school that we're looking at that Dave wants to teach music at because I don't have 2 years in classroom teaching experience. Even though I've been in the classroom for how many years now teaching, but not as an official teacher. But yeah, so we're looking at teaching in China. And so we're kind of excited about that for a new experience. But if we teach this next year, we can sell our house and make money on our house and pay off some stuff and have
Right.
money.
But you get that second year in, and then you could teach in a school.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And well, and the cool thing is too, if we both end up going teaching English the first year, I can actually refer him through the school and we get a bonus when we're both there, an extra amount of money just for me, quote unquote, referring him through the school, which is fun if we decide to both teach English, but we'll see what happens. I've talked to the recruiter about it and she's going to talk to her team about me. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So things may change with our podcast if I'm in China.
Well, can we still do a split?
There.
Can we still do a split screen in China?
Zoom does not exist in China. They have other companies.
That was you.
Something similar. I know that was me. Other companies that do something similar.
Well, can I get that here in the United States then?
What was that?
Can I get that in the United States then?
I think so, yes.
Chinese
Oh.
thing. Okay.
Hi, Bree in New York. I don't know if she's on here watching us, but she
So
joined.
can we do it through Instagram? Yeah, well, that would be mini.
Instagram is blocked in China. You have to use a VPN to get on Instagram.
Oh,
A lot of companies are blocked, but you can use a VPN.
what does that mean?
It's a proxy, a virtual proxy network that you set up, and so it thinks you're in your own country.
Oh, it's like bouncing off. Okay.
Yeah, it's called a VPN. But so yeah.
So we'll see
So we'll
how
see.
by next podcast she might know something, huh?
Maybe because she said she's going to talk to her team about me on Monday because they don't have Memorial Day there.
They don't have Memorial Day there.
She's in China, and she didn't. My recruiter is actually from the UK. She didn't know a lot about the US. She asked where I was, and I told her Idaho, and she's like, "Hey, I don't really know much about the US, so I'm not sure where that is." I was like, "Well, we're east of California," because I thought, a lot of people probably know where California is. She had no idea.
Well, yeah. Just like if somebody from the UK mentioned the little whatever, we know.
Yeah,
where
I would
London is.
know.
We
Yeah.
know where London is.
And we're looking at Shanghai to teach, and they are 14 hours ahead of us. So I spoke to her at 8 o'clock in the evening, our time, and it was 10 a.m. the next morning, their time, when I spoke to her. But I mean, that could be something really exciting, and I'll probably be doing travel vlogs for you guys to show you what we're doing, because if we do it, we want to go to like the Great Wall of China and see like the Stone Army and that kind of stuff.
I thought of something else last night too that you should see when you're there, and now I can't remember what it was. But
They have like the Spring Festival.
maybe you can go see the pyramids.
That's the other side of the continent.
They have pyramids in China.
Oh, that's true, but they're in the jungle, Chinese jungle.
China has a jungle.
Trees. But yeah, so just thought I'd share that with you guys. But we think because of the visa process, the earliest we'd be able to do it is beginning of September or beginning of October, which would work out well for us money-wise because we both get paid through the end of August. Our last paycheck for the year is in August.
Right.
So that would work out well for us. And if we were able to sell our house, with the housing bubble right now, Like we could probably sell our house for at least 100 more than we paid. So we would make a little bit of a profit on it that would help us do what we want to do.
Right. So
Yeah. So
anyway,
yeah, that could be fun.
right.
Okay, really quickly. Christiana said she switched to knitting from crochet because of the nerve improvement. So it's easier than that. Okay.
Huh, okay.
And yes, thankfully, she said, thankfully, you've already established this process. So the only thing you have to figure out is the platform and timing to do our lives like this.
Right. Right.
Because if we're 14 hours later than you,
right.
10 o'clock in the morning, your time, it is midnight, our time.
Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
14 hours difference.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be better to do it like night my time, morning,
And then morning our time. Yeah.
7 o'clock, and then it would be 9 o'clock
9 p.m. or 9 a.m. Yeah, our time.
or 8 o'clock here and 10 p.m. So yeah.
And if we do the teaching English, I won't be able to do it on Saturday or Sunday.
Right.
But, that's all in the future. So anyway, yeah, Chris just said there's so much to see there. They have so much. And their technology, like I've been watching travel vlogs and teaching vlogs from people who teach there. Like you can pay with your face, basically. They have your face on file. And like you walk into a store to pay something and the screen scans your face and brings up your information and you say pay.
So everybody has your information there.
Well, it's still encrypted. It only pops up as you're paying with it. And I saw someone too who was like checking their flight information in China and they looked up at the screen and it saw their face and recognized who they were and told them their flight information, what gate to go to based on their face, which is kind of cool. Like kind of scary.
Weird, kind of
Not gonna lie, kind of scary, but kind of cool. I don't know. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, people complain here about the cameras at the stoplights and stuff, that everybody's on camera there.
Mm-hmm.
But there, it sounds like everybody's on camera everywhere, you know? So, yeah. But as long as you're honest and aren't a criminal, you wouldn't have no problem with that, you know? Any problem.
I think we do pretty well there. I mean, there are a lot of people who want to practice their English too. That's what I've seen on a lot of the videos I've watched too. They're like, people will stop you in the street to practice their English with you. Like just random people because they know you speak English. Yeah. Well, Chris says will be much safer there virus wise as well. Yeah, they have a system set up for like you have a QR code on your phone that has different colors on it. It's red, yellow, and green based on your like virus status or like how sick you are, or if you've got a fever, there's different things too that it changes, but you have to scan it when you go into like the health to go to the doctor. But
weird.
I don't know, kind of weird, but kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I mean, a lot can happen in the next 4 months too, as we're trying to figure this out.
True.
So anyway, so now we're done with whips. Now we talk about our shops.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Shall I go first? How much do you have?
I have a few pens and then I want to talk about something I'm going to be doing.
Okay, I'll go first. As you know, usually I just put the stuff up on my shop. So first of all, I'll show a couple that I put up yesterday. And this one is in worsted weight. And I called this one Silky.
That's pretty. Is it like reds and browns?
It's rose, like a mauve, and peach, and sage green.
Oh, the sage green kind of looks brown through the camera.
Yeah. Well, this is what happened, you guys. If you are familiar with me and my shop, you know that I like bright colors. So, stepping out and doing something that was more muted is very, very hard for me. And I'll show you two that I did yesterday that aren't even on the shop yet. They are muted, but okay, let me show them first. This is my Bermuda triangle, okay? And it's kind of it's a moss green gray, and because of how I am, I had to stick midnight blue on that. I had to get something a little brighter in there.
But midnight blue is not super bright. It's still
no, it is it's a more of a violet blue.
It looks navy in this light.
Yeah, well, yeah. The darker is looking navy, But yeah, if
Okay.
you look at the littler, like that's more of a purple. But I'm
Okay.
trying to, you guys, and because I've never done with it, I didn't know exactly how much to put in the pan. So it's a little more muted than I wanted. And then this is my one that I call Morning Dew. And it is the mauve and the sage.
Green.
Yeah, the
Okay.
sage green. And then I put a darker green on, speckled a darker green on it. Just
Okay.
a bit. But these will stand out in my shop because I have all this bright stuff in there, But
Yes.
those are those two. And then if you've been following my shop, this happened to be a very popular color. I sold it the first day I think I put it up. So I made two more, and this is in my tabby. This is my September morn. I have one left, you know.
That's
So
pretty.
yeah, it is a pretty one. And then the same with my pumpkin spice pie. I'm down to one of these, but it's pretty. In fact, it would go good with that one even. It's more of the oranges, but it's actually on a peach base.
Mm.
So if you put them together, did you see? I caught my hair on
On the
my
sticky thing. Oh.
yes. See together,
Mm-hmm.
they would go good together.
Yeah.
And then because I had bottles, I have bottles, you guys, and I made up some 1% solution. I decided to use some of my bottles and make this one up. And this is just, what do I call this one? Memories. And see, it's just, I've got a
Is
blue
it
and a
okay?
mauve and a green and
You
a,
use that mauve on almost all of them, Mom.
yes, I did. The mauve, because I discovered it after, I mean, I've had it forever, but I don't know how to use it. I discovered it when I decided to do this one, my Dusty
Okay.
Rose. And
Mm-hmm.
I kind of liked, it's almost a brownish pink.
Mm-hmm.
It starts out, and then it does go into the lighter pink. So mhm. And so I had that left. So that's why I stuck it on this one. But
Okay.
yeah, this just has some dark green. It has, this was is actually, looks blackish blue, but it's
Mm.
actually blue steel. It's actually a blue. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's them.
Okay.
You know, and the other two, that those first two that I showed will be up on the thing this afternoon. But
Okay.
anyway,
Chris said it's pretty, and Christiana said loving the colors, by the way.
good. Yeah, I was just, I don't have any, what do you call them? Like neutral colors. Is that what
Mm-hmm.
you call them? The
Yeah.
brown and that, because I shy away from them. In that I don't like neutrals.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't make neutrals. So
It's true. We make what we like. I mean,
got to stop that. I've got to start making because people like them.
mhm.
Which is great. And Christy said one time, she said, well, if I was making a sweater, she said, I'd like the neutrally colors. Not me. I'd make it with the bright ones. I like bright red and blue and green and all that stuff.
Me
But
too.
people don't.
I'd
So.
probably use neons for
You
me.
see what shirt I have on?
I do.
I have my, because I forgot to wear it in March. My St. Patrick's Day shirt. It's got a bunch of 40 clovers.
I couldn't find mine. We're on St. Patrick's Day. It's gone. I don't know where it is.
You had it. Doesn't it have kittens on it or something?
It has a cat riding. It's a cat riding a unicorn with a rain. I think it is. No, it's a leprechaun riding a catacorn.
Oh, okay.
So for my shop, I have a few pens that'll be put up this afternoon. Chris said yes, some muted earth tones would be wonderful.
I know.
Browns, grays, blacks.
Yeah, I know.
So I have a few pens. Okay, so this one
Ooh.
is kind of turquoise and it says faith, and it is not the same color as my shirt. It looks like it is, but it's not. It's more of a greenish.
More of a lighter color.
But it says faith on it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty. And it's a black, got a black tip and a black gel pen in it, or black gel refill. This one is an orange, and it says choose joy. Any of these, I can add your name to for $1 more, by the way. Any of these can be personalized, but isn't that pretty, Mom? The pink with the orange.
Yes, it is.
It's like
Is the writing in purple?
no, it's a pink,
Oh,
like a dark pink, and it says choose joy.
very good.
And I loved.
You had a Sunday school class to give to your kids, especially if you had like fourth, fifth, sixth graders. They'd think that
Mhm.
was the neatest thing.
I loved this month's pen so much. I made some that are like it, but not the same.
Okay.
They have a different design on them, and each one is a different glitter. But I did a blue, a red, a green color shift, and a purple. And they each have the matching tips. But they are the wood grain peekaboo. So a similar style, but different colors. Aren't they pretty, Mom? Look at how they pop out, the colors popping through.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. Especially that last one over here, the blue.
Yeah, that one, the blue is very vibrant.
Yes.
And this is more of a floral design than the filigree. See, like there's a big flower on it, but and they have matching colored tips on them too.
Oh, pretty.
I have those 4 that are going to go on this afternoon, and I can add a name to them like I did. But I just love how this design of the wood grain with the glitter peekaboo looks. Like it just looks fancy.
Right.
Like I said, these are not the same as my club ones. They're a different design altogether, but they're similar.
They're on the same level.
The same style,
style.
but different designs.
Oh,
Chris said, looks so 80s with the pink and orange. It does kind of look 80s, doesn't it? It just looks, I love these bright colors. They've always been my favorites. That was upside down. They've always been my favorite, the bright colors. So
Yeah.
why not put them on pens?
Right. And now that Amber's out, Amber can be working on some more mugs or glasses or whatever you want.
I have some cups that are about halfway done.
Yeah.
I should be finishing this week. And also I want to let you know I'm going to be doing some sewing this week too.
Oh.
I'm going to get some more bags in my shop. Some more bags and such since it's
well,
been
you need to finish up those ways to knit or whatever it was. The form to knit, those.
How to knit, yes, those ones. But I have other ones I'm working on too. I need cozies because I don't have many cozies in my shop right now. So I'm going to put some more cozies in and I'm going to make some bigger project bags too because you need to turn your sound off. Let's see. Hello, Lisa. Lisa's here. Oh, Lisa, let me know if you need to do another special order. You know, I gotcha. Anna also said highlighter is an aesthetic too on this, like a highlighter.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. So watch for some more sewn items. I do have to be in my school this week because we're done with students, but we have to do our checkout process and everything. So I will still be at normal school hours Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because Monday's a holiday. And obviously in the US, Monday's a holiday. But yeah, so watch for more things coming. I have more pens I've been working on that I'm not done with yet, trying to figure out what I'm doing with them. But I wanted to show Mom, I don't have any more shop stuff, but I wanted to show some things that you told me I should show. Purchases and stuff.
Okay, well, when I've got my purchase too.
You've got your purchases too. Do you want to do yours first?
No, because mine's it'll take a little while longer.
Oh, yours the unboxing?
Yes.
Okay. So
guys.
I got my next glitter mystery box. And I've already unloaded it and mixed it with my glitter, but I found some of them to show you.
Oh, okay, good.
One of them. I don't know why I grabbed that one. Some new mixologies in it, it's a mix of big and small.
Is that you?
I heard that. No, that was you. This one is called Nimbus.
Neat.
And then these two are similar, but they're not the same. They have a different base. They're
similar but different.
What?
Similar but different.
Well, yes. This is called Cinnamon Toast, and this is Chunky Monkey. You can see this one is more of a brown, and this is more of a pink.
Okay.
They make really good pops or phone grips if anyone wants a custom
people
phone
that are
grip.
watching us, are we side by side?
Yeah.
Okay, so they can see better then.
We're side by side. And then these 4 are some of they sent some pastel rainbow colors in the box.
Oh, okay.
The 4 that I've been working with this morning, so I grabbed them. This one is called Lupin. It's a pastel purple.
I would say that's purple.
It's really pretty. This one's called Pickle, pastel green.
Neat. I don't think you have a lot of greens.
I don't. Well, I have more than I thought, but I still don't have a lot. And I don't have a lot of yellows either. It came with 2 yellows in the box. One's a little brighter. But then there's this one is called Happy Days.
Okay.
It's that pastel yellow. And then this is called Forget Me Not. And
Yeah.
it's pastel blue. And these are all rainbow ultrafine. Oh no. Happy Days is a color shift, but the other three are rainbow. So they have like a rainbow hue with their color.
Okay.
Then I got two new cool mica powders. So mica powders you use similar to glitter. You can mix them in with the epoxy and put them on, or like do them as a layer on top. But this is a color shift one. It's called Thanos. It shifts from blue to purple.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay. And then this is a specialty one that I had to buy. I wasn't going to buy any more glitter chimp for a while because we don't know what's happening next year.
Right.
But when I discussed it and they had this update, and so I bought it. It's called Power. Okay. It's black, but it changes color with heat.
Oh, I can see the black streaks in it.
It changes to like a clear with heat.
Right. Wow.
I'm going to do some specialty pens
Oh, okay.
designs with fabric. Like I can do like specialty characters and stuff. And then this in a layer on top. So when you use the pen, the black goes away and you see what's under it, the design that's underneath it. So it looks like a black pen until you pick it up and use it.
Neat. Or stick it in your coffee cup to make it.
Oh, yes. But why would you stick a pen in your coffee cup?
To see what's underneath it.
You'd ruin it.
Uh,
But I mean, you can put a hair dryer over it too. It'll change the color. But the heat again, it activates at like 71 degrees or something.
oh, okay.
And should more than activate it.
There goes my UPS man.
What?
I said there went my UPS man. I felt sorry for him the other day. He actually used the dolly to bring my 3 boxes of yarn in.
Of yarn. Oh, that's funny.
Mm.
But you tumblers that change color. Okay, so I was actually just going to talk about that, Jill. She said tumblers that change color when you put hot liquid in. The double paint or double walled tumblers like I make should not change color when you put hot liquid in because it keeps the heat in. The heat from your hand on the outside will. But if I did like coffee cups, like with it on the outside, that'd be a little different and it should show up that way.
Will it even change colors through the heat when you have the epoxy over it?
What do you mean the heat when you have the epoxy over it?
Okay.
Like the epoxy curing?
Okay. Okay. On a cup.
No, you mix it in with the epoxy.
Oh, okay. Because I'm saying
the epoxy look black when you put it on.
and then put a couple coatings of epoxy over it. Would you still feel the heat through it?
So you actually mix it in with the epoxy and do like 2 coats of it that way. It's like mixing acrylic paint. I've done that before, where you mix it in, you can put it on and it covers it. So,
right.
But yeah, in your heat, the heat of your hand will still work. I've seen people making the Marauders map tumblers that way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because they're magic. So
yeah. So anyway, so watch for some fun things that way.
Okay. And I have a really quick question for how many people are out there with us? A few?
A few.
Okay. Even more than, I mean, even ones that watch later.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking of buying silk scarves to dye. Now, do any of you wear silk scarves out there? Because you can dye them like you dye yarn because they're silk. And I've been all week long, I've been tossing it to and fro. And, you know, just so I could have something besides yarn in my shop, just something a little different. And they're lightweight, so they'd cost nothing to ship with something else if you bought a yarn and wanted to. And I, like I said, I've watched a million videos. I mean, there's so many hard ways to do them and so many easy ways that I don't know why everybody doesn't do an easy way. One lady, she has this thing that's like a big pan, like we would use for a dyeing yarn on the stove. What do you call them? A caterer's pan, but only hers is like 6 feet long by 4 inches tall, and she puts water in it, and then she drops
the color and then makes the design and then drops the scarf on it.
Her friend, they lay the scarf on top and then pull it, and it's got beautiful. But I thought, okay, I'm not going to do that kind of advanced stuff. I mean, that's for die-hard silk people. But I've watched some where you can dye it in the pan like we do, and so I just wondered if there's a thought of people out there, if they would like silk scarves. I mean, I don't know if they're a big thing.
Christiana said I use my grandmother's old silk scarves as decor. And Jill says I could use one on a project bag to tie it on to like give it a design. So I get a few people, but I mean scarves, they're in and out depending on the day. Like,
Right, probably depending on the people. And I mean, I suppose if you were a businesswoman and even a secretary's job or something where you dressed up every day, it would be they wear those silk scarves and stuff, you know,
not
around.
anymore. Mom, that's totally the 80s. Yeah.
Okay. Because this lady that's selling them, she cannot keep them on her shop, in her shop.
Well, if she's the one making them in the long pan, that's
No,
different.
but I've looked at a couple of them and
Okay.
they are selling and they're not cheap. They're like $35 to $90.
Yeah, because silk's not cheap.
No. And so I thought, I don't know, maybe I'll buy, you have to buy them in, well, you can buy one at a time, but they're more expensive. But if you buy a dozen of them, thought, well, I'll just buy them and try them out and see. They're much, I don't know.
Chris just brought up a good point and said there's a market for the dyed hijab, I don't know how to pronounce it, I can never say it right, the head covering for Muslim people that may be using them too.
Right, but these are silk.
Those are the longer ones.
Yeah.
No, but they use silk ones.
Oh, do they? Because I would be getting the ones that are 72 inches long.
That's
I could get them shorter. 72 inches long by 14, I think they were across. They have 2 across. But I'm trying to measure, and 22 is more like a shawl. You could use it as a regular shawl. I don't know. They have them as narrow as 8 inches, but that's really little. I mean, across. I don't know.
8 inches is about this.
Yeah, but see, that's not versus the 14 is about like
14 is
the size of my computer.
Your computer 14?
I think it's 13.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't know. It's just was a fun thing. I thought just something different to do. I love dyeing yarn, but you know, like you went into doing the pens and those things just to have something different sometimes to do.
Yeah. So, it's nice to have some variety.
Yeah. So anyway. Okay, now is it my turn? Okay, I have the story with mine. Okay, you guys. I was in the bathroom and gonna blow dry my hair, and I heard someone at my door. I mean, because I have Ring, you know, where it rings, somebody's at the door. And so I thought, okay. And it rang like 3 times, but the doorbell didn't ring. He didn't hit the doorbell. And I thought, okay. And so I walked out there and there was a box there. And I didn't even look at the box. I threw it in the chair and I went and dried my hair. Okay. If you all have been with us forever, you remember in October of 2019, I signed up for the Wizard box.
The Loot Crate one, right?
The Wizarding box for three things. And they sent me one in February of 2020. And I haven't got one since. Well, I've been emailing him like every other month. I finally thought last month, I'm giving up. Well, I got it with the Loot Crate. But I don't know if it's the Wizarding World or what. It just says Loot Crate. So we'll see it. I popped the thing. It's a little smashed, but the guy that delivered it wasn't even a UPS truck, or it was just like a white van. And I thought, okay. At first I thought it might be Amazon, but they have the blue van. Anyway, so here's a sneak peek of what I paid a fortune for.
It's kind of a half-empty box.
I know it.
It's got a robot on it. That's not Harry Potter.
I know. So this says Harry Potter. So the first thing you see is a shirt that has the Marauding map on it.
Okay, Marauder's map. Okay.
And that looks like it'll fit me. What size did I tell him to get me? Largest. So,
okay.
Yeah. So that's not bad. And it seems to be made pretty well. I think these shirts maybe are $20 to $30.
Okay, so, I'm gonna critique it though.
Okay.
I like that it's off center.
Yeah, I know.
Be all your right side.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on purpose or not.
Probably, because the Hogwarts thing is like above here and then it goes down. Or whatever.
Okay. But that's okay. It's still something that you paid for.
That I paid for. I finally got something. See, when I signed up, they said your first box you would get a wand. I never
Mhm.
did get a wand. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, then I got this, which is Hogwarts Pleasure of Your Company, Hermione and Crumb Yule Ball magnet set.
Oh,
So that,
okay.
is that the, what's the name
That
of
must
his?
be Durmstrang. Yeah.
And then
Hermione's like hair clips.
maybe
I don't know.
they're magnets.
Mm-hmm.
So usable item. I will use that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then I got 4 items is all. 4 items. Okay, then you got this Yule Bowl etched commemorative plate, which is something I will use as a cat dish to feed my cats because, you know, these little plates they send for like putting your jewelry in and stuff. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it is. Okay.
Okay.
It says Hogwarts.
Okay.
It's all right. It is glass.
Okay.
It's through glass.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I suppose with the next item, it looks like it's a mug. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe not though. It's really, really lightweight.
Maybe it's like a pop head.
Yeah, age 15 and up.
I don't know. Really quickly, while you're opening that, Christiana said hand-dyed hijabs are gorgeous. There's a strong Muslim presence here, and I love seeing the designs. Jill says, I keep thinking back to tote bags, scarves tied on or used as handles. And then Chris said, might be able to add something to the other side of the shirt with HTV and personalize it. And I can do that for you if you want to.
It's HT.
Heat transfer vinyl, HTV.
Okay. Well, all I can say is I guess I'm lucky I got anything.
Yeah. What is that?
It's a castle.
Is it a,
It's a plug-in castle.
oh, wonder if it lights up.
What does it say on the box? It doesn't
Or
say.
in the box.
in
Is
the
there any card that says what it is?
Nope,
the
no
box?
cards letting me know what anything is. It's just like they threw this together just to get me off their back.
Well, they still owe you another box though, too, don't they? Because this is only your second out of 3 that you paid for.
But it looks like it's a computer thing. It has
Well,
a plug-in and
no, a lot of things now give you that USB as your plug. It doesn't have to be a computer thing. It's just that's how you plug it in. You get the little square thing to plug the USB into to plug it into your wall, like your iPhone charger.
so maybe it's a nightlight. Made in China. Speaking of China, Wizarding World characters' names and related and documents are Warner Brothers. So it is an actual Warner Brothers thing. Okay, you guys.
It's a nightlight.
I'll probably use out of this is the shirt and the magnets. So
Yeah.
that's what I got. But at least I got something, I guess. But 4 items, you guys. So this is Loot Crate. And to me, Loot Crate is just not worth it.
Well, they went bankrupt.
Right. And a new company bought it.
Someone and yeah.
It doesn't seem like the new company, which is what made this one, is really, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, I suppose, I mean, I paid like $50 each for these things. I mean, for these crates. They are not cheap. So,
Okay, I have to tell you right now, Crafty Nurse shared she's watching us right now, and apparently she's working out to our podcast, which I think is hilarious.
oh, that's
So she tagged us in a post on Instagram. I was like, what? And she's like, don't you work out to some of your favorite podcasters?
No, but I do dye yarn to them.
No. Yeah, but I work in my basement to
I
podcast.
have listened to amazing, what are they called?
Astonishing Legends.
Astonishing Legends forever. Ever since my
Your Echo.
yeah. And did you know when you left, did I tell you this? We left it sitting there searching. It searched for 2 days before I saw the orange light and I unplugged it. So
Well, it doesn't hurt anything if it's searching.
no, but we never got back to it. Remember, we started that and then we got.
No, I tried and then it went stupid. It didn't like what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I just walked away because it didn't like it.
It was stupid, guys.
Yeah.
It just all of a sudden quit working. Said it couldn't
Mhm.
find my internet. I mean, it just, and I didn't do anything different. So it's like, I don't know.
And we connected your internet through your phone. Like we connected the right internet with the right password. And
Yeah. And I mean, but she's there. Isn't it weird? Even remember when I couldn't get her to come up? She was still there when I had her plugged in, and she'd say things like, if Lexi or Alexa was mentioned on something, she'd say yes, or I can't find that, or to operate me, make sure you check your internet. Yeah. So anyway, I've completely unplugged her. But that's what I used to listen to my Astonishing Legends on, you know, on that. So it's like, okay, guys. So
okay. Well, I have. Oh, that's Bree. Okay. She has 2 Instagram accounts, one personal and a public one. Okay. So I'm like, so she was watching earlier on our Instagram with the one, and now she's posted on her Crafty Nurse one that she's working out to us, Bree. I have a new segment I want to do called TikTok Made Me Buy It.
Oh, that's right.
I have a couple things I want to show, and one is a taste test because I have not tasted this flavor before. But I have to tell you, I have a glass top stove in this new house. And when we bought it, there was some burn marks in it that I could not get out. So I saw these items on Instagram. And if you've tried these, you may know how amazing they are. If not, you might want to try them. But one is this cleaner called the Pink Stuff. And inside it looks like
Goop.
It kind of looks like silly putty.
Oh, okay.
And it actually smells good. It actually smells really good. But so I bought the Pink Stuff, and I've seen these for a while and never bought them and always wanted to. And then TikTok talked me into it. They're the Scrub Daddy scrub brushes. By the way, I got these on Amazon. It came in the 3-pack. There was a blue one, an orange one, and a green one. These are really cool. They don't scratch, but they're really interesting because, okay, so it's hard right now, right?
Oh.
Okay. With hot water, it softens up. It's really soft, and you can scrub with it a little bit better. So you can choose if you want to scrub with it hard or soft. And then when you rinse it out, if you get it with cold water again, it gets hard again. But
that's weird.
Yeah, it's a cool sponge. And they've been great. My burns are almost gone. I've done it twice on them.
So the Pink Stuff, what's that for?
The Pink Stuff is for that as well. You put this
for the burn stuff, okay,
and then you use these to scrub it in and to wash it, because this doesn't scratch. Neither of these scratches, and this is it's a miracle cleaning paste, they call it. And I got a 2-pack of these on Amazon for like $11. Like a 1-pack I think was $9, and then 3-pack was I think $7. But yeah, I've seen these in Bath and Body or Bed Bath and Beyond for years and wanted to get one. And so finally it was like, you know what? TikTok, you convinced me. And they were great. Our burns are almost gone.
Neat.
Yeah. So if you have anything you need to clean, the Pink Stuff works great, and the Scrub Daddy sponges work great. The other thing is a sucker.
Sucker.
And I'm a sucker. But
candy?
They're called slaps.
Okay.
This is actually, there's 10 in here. And I have not opened this yet because this is tamarind flavor. And I don't think I like tamarind flavor, but I'm not sure. I got a multi-pack that came with 3 different flavors.
What?
Tamarind is like a Mexican fruit, I guess. Let me get one out and I'll show you why these are so cool. You see this?
Flat sucker. Really?
Yes. Flat. So you eat them a special way.
Do you roll them up?
One side of the plastic.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and it ripped a little. I hate when that happens. Okay, so you take off the one side.
Uh-huh.
And then you fold it over. And also
fold it over again. Oh.
And roll it up. And you can actually put like gummy candy inside of it while you're rolling it up. And so while you're sucking on it and eating it, you can get candy inside of it. So then after you've done all that rolling, you've got a sucker that kind of looks like this, and I can actually roll this over as well some more.
It's kind of like a
fruit roll up.
Roll up.
It's harder. Once you roll it up, it actually gets kind of hard. When it becomes, oh, I do like tamarind flavor. It's like blue raspberry.
Oh, okay.
But
And
yeah,
were those
so
on Amazon too?
what?
Were those on Amazon too?
Mm-hmm. And you can get, oh, my tongue's blue. You can get, oh, that one's a little spicy. With Mexican candy, you never know. Sometimes they have a little spice in them. Mango flavored, pineapple flavored, what are the other ones I saw? Watermelon flavored. The other ones I've tried are really good too, but yeah, I tried
Pineapple?
tamarind. Mm-hmm.
Like
I
pineapple.
love the pineapple one. The mango one's really good too. But yeah, so they're called slaps. They're kind of interesting. And yeah, you can get them on Amazon, or probably if you have like a bodega nearby, you might be able to buy them there. But yeah, so those are all TikTok made me buy it things. But that one's a little bit spicy on my tongue.
Oh, okay.
Very blue look. I match my shirt.
It does.
Anyway, that's what I've got. That's
You know, blue lips.
my teeth too.
Mm-hmm.
All blue from that little bite.
Yep.
I feel hyper. I had a lot of sugar today, but I feel hyper.
She says, I'm not Coco, I'm Abby. She's sitting in here staring at me. Okay, hello, Abby.
Anyway, I don't really have anything else to show, do you?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Just a few things to remember. Amber's Pen Club, the sign up for June ends on the 31st, and my Wizard and Witches Club, formerly Harry Potter Club, sign-ups for June end on the 31st also. And then my June mini skiing club, you have until the 15th of June to sign up for. And I'm looking into starting another club, but I don't know what I want to do with it. Hey, maybe I should start a silk scarf club.
You could.
That would be fun and different. And then I'd only have to dye up the people that, the silk scarves that I sell. Okay.
But you might need to do a few scarves first to make sure you're good at it.
Oh, I'm good at everything I do.
I burned my tongue a little. I burned my tongue a little. It's a little bit hot. Yes, they're laughing, Smurfy matchy. And Christiana's like, oh, her tongue does match her shirt now.
You don't have anything to drink in there?
It's almost gone.
Orange?
I finally got Ruby Red Squirt again.
Oh yeah, it came out for the
Got it back in stock. They
Yeah.
haven't had it for like 6 months at least.
I think it's a summer flavor, just like that Mountain Dew one.
It's the pandemic.
Oh.
Certain flavors haven't been coming in because companies haven't been making as much stuff because they didn't have as many people there. So now things are finally catching up.
Right. And for all you guys that don't know, the wool is having a pandemic issue too. We're having trouble getting certain things like micro minis and mini skeins. And I'll tell my little story about the micro mini skeins, which are 10-gram mini skeins, guys. I decided that I was going to buy some so that I wouldn't have to wind a million 10-gram mini skeins. But Wool to Die For decided they were going to finally have them. They were getting them in, and it was 11 o'clock our time, and I got on, I put the micros in my cart. I went over to check out, and it wouldn't let me check out. So I went back, and I had ordered 25, and they only had 24 left. So I put the 24 in my cart, went over to check out, and they were gone. So I didn't get any micros, guys. But anyway, and then after I thought, well, I can still do it the way I'm doing it, no biggie. It's for my, it's not for my mini skiing club, you guys. I sell 10-gram mini skeins also, and another if you guys like the 10-gram minis. And those are always changing because I'm always making new colors and selling out the ones I've got. So anyway, that's that. So I thought about a club called Horror Movies Monthly Mystery Monthly Mystery Club, and do a different horror movie every time.
But a horror movie one.
Horror movie like you, and I don't really know. You know what? You know what horror movie popped into my head when I
It.
thought about it? And this is called a cheesy horror movie, Attack of the Tomatoes. Do you
Oh,
remember?
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And I thought maybe I could do one with cheesy ones. And then I went online and you can't find, they don't list any cheesy horror.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Attack of the Killer Clowns, Chud, Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing, that's the one I was trying to think of. I knew it had something to do with the swamp. Isn't there with Monster of the Blue Lagoon or something too?
I don't know.
These were all B-rated movies, you guys, B movies that didn't make it until after they became a cult classic, you know.
Oh, what's the other one I was just thinking of? Oh shoot, I can't think. Oh, Jill said you should do true crime minis.
But I don't watch true crime, so I don't, you know.
I do, and I listen to them. I've been watching Cold Case on Netflix.
And that's real cold cases.
Yeah.
Not these series. Was a cold case.
No, it's the Cold Case series that has episodes from Cold Case. From
But
the TV.
they're real cold cases. There was an actual that other one, Law and Order. There was also a cold case thing that was on for years. That was made up cold cases, not the one.
No, this is real Cold Case.
Yeah, you're talking about the real cold case
from like Discovery TV or whatever.
They don't solve them every time, do they?
These are cold cases that have finally been solved.
Oh, okay.
Then later when they were solved cold.
Okay.
So yes.
There's that one, and then there's that other forensic
files.
That one's but see, I don't watch I don't watch TV anymore. I haven't watched TV, but I've sure gotten on this Agatha Christie kick. It's on YouTube, you guys. I get it on YouTube. And now I'm into
watching it on YouTube.
I'm watching it on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. So I even had fun. I can watch it on YouTube on my TV too, but I don't get over there that much in my chair. I've been like
I just turn it on my TV on my wall in my craft room while I'm doing
right. So
Jill just said, have you found Sword and Scale? I have not found Sword and Scale. Is that a true crime like podcast or TV show? I listen to some of the true crime podcasts. I know there's a couple that people really love that that are a little too vulgar for me, so I don't listen to them.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the murder, the girls.
Yeah, the two
girls. That one that's huge. I don't. They're just too vulgar for me, and I know people speak like that, but I don't speak like that, so I just try really hard not to listen to that stuff. But there's a couple. Dave and I like one that is. They haven't been solved, mysteries that haven't been solved, and they actually dramatize them.
Oh, neat.
So what is it called? Let me tell you guys what it's called, because we really love that one.
It's a podcast.
It is a podcast. It's the Unsolved Murders True Crime Stories podcast. And yeah, they dramatize them all. So they have like actors that play the parts as they talk about them, and sometimes they're like 2 or 3 parts. And each one is only about 20 minutes, I think. They're not super long, if I remember correctly. Let's see, go to show. Let me see. Sorry, I'm
coast to coast yet?
For it. This is what the picture looks like. It's like the woods, and it says Unsolved Murders True Crime Podcast. And it's a guy and a girl who do that. A podcast. Oh, okay. So there is some language. Well, I don't mind a little language. If it's only some, I'm okay with that. But there's that one that everyone loves. Like, I feel like they say the F word all the time.
All the time. And other words too. Yes.
Yeah. But I don't know. The F word is the one that really bothers me. And there's also an Unsolved Mysteries podcast, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, Unsolved Mysteries has their own podcasts now too, where they do some of the unsolved mysteries, and they're new. They only have 16 episodes so far, or 15 episodes. So it's kind of cool too.
Easy to catch up on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're pretty short too. I think they're about 20, 25 minutes. I love Astonishing Legends, but the most recent one they did on crop circles, there was 3 parts. They were 2 hours, 2 hours, and 4 hours. And it took them like 40 minutes to get into talking about the crop circles.
Oh yeah. See, and I don't like that.
Those ones yet. I mean, and Usually I don't mind their talking, but I'm like, this is just a lot. Let's just talk about the crop circles now, please.
Right.
Move on.
Oh,
But yeah. So yeah, I'll have to look up the sword and scale one and see if it's too much for me or not. But I do like the true crime stuff. I used to watch, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but the TV show Disappeared. I love that show. It's basically about people who basically just disappeared one day. And sometimes they found them alive, sometimes they find them dead, sometimes they don't find them. But I Dave told me I couldn't watch that show anymore. Because one day I was watching it and he came home from work and I said, if I ever go missing, it's okay for you to tell them that you thought I was suicidal. That's totally fine because then they'll look for me.
oh, they don't look for you if you're not suicidal?
Well, if you're an adult, you can just leave. You know, you don't have to stay anywhere. And so they're not going to look for you because, as an adult, you can make your choices to just leave. But if they think you're suicidal, they'll look for you.
Oh,
So, yeah, and he's like, you can't watch that show anymore.
well, if I were young and we're having children nowadays, and this is a very controversial thing, but
You chip them.
I'd chip them just like they chip dogs and cats, just because so that if they disappeared, I'd know where they were. And I'd chip them somewhere where a bad guy wouldn't take the chip out. You know what I mean? And when they became an adult, they could have the chip removed. But yeah, I've said that for years. When they first started chipping cats and dogs, I thought children are more important than your cat and dog disappearing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
child disappears, you want to know where they are. And some people, I mean, that's why people used to buy the when they first came out, the pages for their kids, so they could.
Yeah.
But you still don't know where they are. They can lie to you.
Well, but the chips for like your cat and dog don't tell you where they are. That you can only find them if someone brings that animal in and the vet reads that chip.
Yeah, but the thing in my mind was, if say you
Are you thinking of a tracking chip?
that too, they didn't have those then. But if you got killed in your body, they didn't know who you were. They could at least chip you. If they could chip people that they find in the morgue and they don't have ID on,
Well,
then
I have identifying tattoos.
that's true. The two elephants. I do too.
Mhm.
You'd always be
Yeah,
able
that's what I just said. You do too.
yeah,
Unless they cut off your arm or my leg.
yeah, or took them out with a thing.
We're so awful. Okay, let's stop talking about this. Jill suggested, okay, so she said unsolved mysteries, of course, case file, anatomy of a murder, someone knows something, 48 hours, cold case files, court junkie, Dateline, all podcasts.
Dateline has a new thing on TV I've been watching. There, that's where I watched that girl that was in Idaho. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
In Idaho, that
But that was, yeah.
was a Dateline. And I didn't
No,
even
no, I know. I'm just saying. I wasn't saying that it wasn't Dateline.
yeah, and that's new. I mean, I don't and it's on I think it's on Netflix or Hulu, one of the
Well,
other.
they just found her incompetent to stand trial.
Well,
Her
she had,
husband not, but they found her incompetent to stand
well,
trial.
she had to be crazy to do that. I mean, to kill your own children, you are crazy. Yeah. So, but that's
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they used to say, just act crazy if you kill somebody and you'll be put in asylum for a couple of years and then you're cured. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I saw a video on YouTube pop up that says what it looks like pretending to be crazy. They know if you're pretending
Oh, true, probably.
someone, and it was obvious that.
I thought that when people, this is awful, but when you kill somebody, there are a million places in the United States that you could bury them. They never find them. Never.
Mm-hmm.
So how do people get caught? I mean, why do people bury them in their yard or in their pasture? Or, I'd put you in the car and take you out and then steam clean my car. I mean,
Steam clean does not get rid of the blood evidence.
Yeah. Well, I would choke
Find it with luminol.
you, not kill you with blood. I mean,
Do you think you'd be strong enough to choke someone? That takes a lot of strength.
I might have been able to. Not that I would
I don't
ever,
know.
But I always thought people that commit these crimes, they're kind of stupid. The ones
Well, and it's just like, I always think this is my stupid thing. That's a crime thing is if I was going to counterfeit money, I would counterfeit ones. Nobody checks them.
they check 20s and up, or even
No,
five.
they check 5s and 10s because
Oh,
5 the strip in them and 10s have the strips in them now. Ones
Oh,
have nothing.
nothing. Yeah. But see, with counterfeiter, you want big bills so that you can pass them off fast and,
Mhm.
but even with the 5 or 10, they don't check the 5 or 10s at the stores.
Mm-mm.
Only checks the 20s. So you could go to another city and buy
Mhm.
something for 50 cents and give a $10 and get cash back. And, I
Mhm.
there, yeah. But counterfeiting, they say, is now almost impossible to do because of those strips. But,
Well, and also they use a special ink and they use a special paper that's not actually paper. It's cloth.
right. And then you can see the hologram through them. A lot of them
Mhm.
have the thing through them now. But back in the good old days, they didn't have all that stuff. It was easier to do it.
Yeah,
So
but not as easy as people thought it was because people still got caught.
they did. They did.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I mean, nowadays is I don't even see how people do things like that or um,
Mhm.
'cause we have so many. Okay, watching Agatha Christie and the crimes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nowadays, nobody'd ever get away with those crimes because of all
Mhm.
the technology and stuff. I remember
Mhm.
watching, I own all the seasons of Murder She Wrote, you guys. And I remember watching Murder She Wrote like 10 years ago, and I thought she'd get into these predicaments. And if she had a cell phone, but they didn't have cell phones in those days, and
Mhm.
Christie's, hardly any of the houses even had phones, so
Mhm.
to rely on sending someone out or to get the doctor or something, So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a lot of the crimes that got committed then, they'd be solved within a day now.
Well, and that's what Jill just said, kind of something similar. They're stupid and they always get caught these days. The ones that are cold cases are from before DNA.
Right. Before the
A lot of these cold cases are now getting solved because of DNA evidence they had back then. Like they have the blood type and they can run it now. And
right.
like the
Well,
person who did it died, they can trace it to a family member.
they even had to release some people when the DNA came out because it did not match the person
Mm-hmm.
jail. They had convicted. And that happens once in a while. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People just are, well, just like me. I could never commit a crime because I'd feel guilty even if I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if they accuse me of a crime, I'd think, okay, what did I do that makes them think, and I probably could never
Mm-hmm.
pass the lie detector test.
Yeah.
Calm enough.
You're not calm enough.
Well, that's what it's on, how calm you are and when they ask you these things and what
Mm-hmm.
your body reacts to. But yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
anyway, yeah, once DNA came out, it
Mm-hmm. They solved a lot of cold cases because of DNA.
right. But in the Poirot mysteries, a
Mm-hmm.
lot they did have fingerprints back in those days. They did take fingerprints. I mean, they but
Yeah, fingerprints started, I want to say, in the early 1900s is
yeah,
when it started.
1925 through 1938. But
I can't
anyway,
remember. I read all about it once, actually.
yeah, they walk in. Well, just like if you watch Midsummer's Murders in England, and that's recent. I mean, they walk into a crime scene and they touch things, and now in the United
Well, you
States,
know that's a TV series, right? And not
well,
real.
no, but still, they don't. They're not as we've had CSI here forever. I mean, we've always, I mean, it's the United States on stuff like that has always been a little ahead of some countries. So,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. China just deals with everything severely so people don't commit crimes. Because,
Well,
like, punishment for things is just so severe, you're not stupid enough to do it.
I remember some countries, if you steal something, they cut your hands off. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those. I was talking to mother last night and I was saying, well, yeah, when Christy took that class on humanities and stuff, and the teacher said, I know you're all Mormons, but he said, we base our thoughts on our Christians, we base our thoughts on the United States. And he says, if you're in another country, like say Arabia or somewhere like that, if you're a woman and you commit adultery, they stone you to death. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. And that's their law, and the people do it. I mean, so, but that's the
Mm-hmm.
way here. You stone somebody to death, and you've committed murder. But in other
Mm-hmm.
countries, in some countries, it's the way the life is, and so we base our thoughts on stuff that happens here in the United States. And like if you do go to China, their thoughts a lot different than here. Like you said, swift, and they don't put up with a lot.
Well, and it's interesting too that like I was watching a guy doing his vlog, and like he bought a beer at a store and started drinking out on the street. And he said, in the U.S., I would get arrested for this. You can't have open containers on the street.
Right.
China, it's not thought of, but in China, if you rape someone, the penalty is death. In the U.S., we do different things for rape. I mean, like it's just so interesting.
Right.
Jill said, I can't keep my mouth shut. What do they call that? The need to tell or the need to confess. A lot of people are that way. They had to tell someone.
Yep.
Gets them caught. And then Christiana said, smart people don't commit crimes. And when they do something accidentally or in defense, they always report it right away.
Right. And that's what they say on a lot of things. The person is convicted that might later be found not guilty because they discover a body. Okay. And instead of calling the police, they try to get rid of it. They try to, and they haven't committed it, but they think that they will be charged if they, and yeah, they think different. And when you said about drinking, now that's a state thing. In Nevada, you can walk up and down the streets with a drink in your hand and drink as you go through Nevada.
But a lot of states have open container laws.
Yeah. Montana did.
Container, yeah. I think Idaho does. I think Utah does.
California. Probably, maybe not.
I don't know about California either. I don't know. It's been a while since we lived there, so I don't know. But it's just interesting, just different places, different things, and yeah. Anyway, we got on a tangent for about 25 minutes there.
Fun.
And it's almost 1:00. So
Amber sells true crime pins.
I do. And Jill just got 2 of them. And I'm working on some more.
Good.
I got some backgrounds done. I just need to add the water slide. So I'm working on some.
Yay. So anyway, okay, guys, it's past lunchtime here.
It is. I'm hungry. All I've had today is beef jerky.
All I've had today is Pepsi.
Yeah. Oh, and Ruby Red Squirt.
Right.
Beef jerky and Ruby Red Squirt. Because I learned that if I don't have the protein, that's when I get the migraines.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes when you're really hungry, if you just go eat a slice or 2 of lunch meat, that protein.
I think lack of protein is what's triggering my migraines, not necessarily blood sugar, but the protein.
Yeah. You should ask the doctor when you go. Oh, you're going to a specialist though for your health.
And I went to my regular doctor last week. By the way, my A1C is down, which is awesome.
Neat.
So now I'm pre-diabetic. So I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. We're good.
Oh, yay. Good.
Because I was right on the cusp before.
Squirt? Does it have a lot of sugar?
What is what?
Squirt.
Oh, everything. Every soda has sugar. I mean,
Right.
I diet because aspartame triggers my migraines too. So I can't have aspartame.
This has 41 sugars, which is 83% of the sugars you should have a day. Well, I've already had 2 of these, so I've had 100.
This has 45.
Oh, it has more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cut back on that one.
I always feel like Pepsi's kind of bitter. Ruby Red Squirt is sweeter than Pepsi to me.
Well, it has 4 more sugars.
4 more sugars. Yep. Anyway, all right, guys. So, we should see you in a couple weeks. Hopefully no issues this time and we get on right away. And
Right.
yeah.
Okay. And this was episode 71.
It
people.
was episode 71. So thanks guys for joining with us. And some of you have been here the whole time, and thank you for being here the whole time with us, the whole 3 years we've been going.
Please keep spreading the word with right word of mouth, and like us if you haven't, and if you haven't subscribe to us. But those likes help push us into a higher bracket to be watched, I think. You know, so,
They do. And make sure you share us. I know some of you have been great about sharing us. So
yes,
thank you.
thank you for that. So
We'll see you in a couple weeks. And I hope you guys have a great beginning of your summer and Memorial Day weekend. I can't talk.
Yep.
And